Well, hey guys, and we are here playing Salt and Sanctuary. I'm actually really excited about this game because it is a Souls-like, as people are starting to call it, where it's in the style of Dark Souls, which is very interesting. So, let's start. And, I have experimented a bit with this game, trying to get it ready for recording and all that, so I do kind of know where I'm going with all of the character creation and all that. So we're going to call our guy Alaric. Alright, so his name's Alaric, he's male. Let's go with... that looks cool. Then we'll go... let's go with... yeah, gray hair. I like to have a guy with gray hair. I don't know. It's interesting to play characters that seem to have experienced a bit of life. So let's make his eyes blue, because who cares? I think I'm gonna keep him the same. I'm gonna keep him the same way he is. Actually, no. That kind of looks cool. So I'm gonna make him a hunter, because this is an obvious reference to Bloodborne, and I really appreciate it. And Bloodborne is what got me into Dark Souls, so it's something that I really think is cool, and I want to be a hunter. So we're gonna be a hunter, Alaric the Hunter of Beasts. All right, so we're starting out. This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally, preciously near. We deliver the princess to the kingdom across the sea, where a marriage alliance would save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. And here we are, we start on a little pirate ship, and I start with a whip and a crossbow that I'm not going to shoot because I have ammo, and a cool sword, which I think is trying to replicate the cane sword from Bloodborne. That's one of the starting weapons. Ow! You there, stranger! We've been boarded in the night. They'll want to kidnap our lady. Ow! Ransom her! Protect... oh, he got murdered. So, we're staving off a pirate attack. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Already a perfect no-hit playthrough. Oh! See, and the weird thing is, you can see the princess up there. That's the princess that we're shuttling over. But I've never actually gotten past there, because I haven't actually ever gotten to her, because there's a boss coming up that is super difficult. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's switch to the sword for this one. Now, I did get the cool move where you can basically do a finisher on him, but I didn't use it, but I'll try to show that off in the next couple minutes. The Unspeakable Deep! It's a crazy boss. Alright. See, one-shots you. Even at full health, because I've gotten there with full health during my testing, it's instant death. So you're meant to be killed. I must find the princess. And here we are. We washed up on shore of this little island. Nothing back here. Here we are on Shivering Shore. Well, hello there. You're just a fleshy bit of flotsam washed ashore with the rest of us, hmm? You'll want shelter, you'll want sanctuary. But what is sanctuary without faith? There's an empty sanctuary up the beach. You can claim it for your creed. Tell me, do you keep the new gods? I'm gonna say, since I'm cosplaying a Bloodborne guy, no, I don't keep the old gods. New gods, whatever. You don't keep the new gods. Rare. So you are a pilgrim of Devara. Your sort has been dying out for centuries, I'm afraid. No, I'm not. Do you hold no gods at all? Either you're brave, foolish, or from the north. You don't look particularly brave, but you don't seem particularly foolish either. Are you a mountain smith? Yeah, I'm a mountain smith. Men from the mountains of the northern continent of Mordor are the Iron Ones. They believe in no gods, believing instead in the iron will of man. They love steel, but hate magic. Are you a member of the Iron Ones, then? Yeah, I'm one of the Iron Ones. You're a member of the Iron Ones, eh? No gods will help you here. Except this metal icon, then. Alright. So now that we're past a bit, we're going to go and we're going to do the classic Souls thing of reading item descriptions. There it is, item descriptions. An icon forged of precious metals. It resembles the it represents the achievement of man. Place the metal icon in a vacant sanctuary to claim it for the Iron Ones, who bow to no gods or idols. No spells. Hat of Beast Hunter. More useful than keeping the rain off one's face during long hunts than for physical protection. But you know, it's an obvious Beast Hunter stuff. It's obviously Bloodborne. Regulated gloves of a Beast Hunter. Their knuckles are studded with heavy iron spikes. And leather boots. Bullwhip, a single-tailed whip of braided leather used on ranches and in stockyards for driving cattle, although these humble pastoral tools are much more closely associated with the idyllic country landscapes and blood-soaked battlefields. They are serviceable as weapons in a pinch and require considerably less strength than conventional arms such as axes and swords. And it's got a deck scaling of A, which is another thing being taken from the Souls series, how they have, scalings depending on your level. And then we've got the platoon crossbow, which is a basic mass-produced crossbow commonly used to light infantry regiments, to light infantry regiments and soldiers on guard duty, designed more for large-scale economy than actual effectiveness in battle. Its simple components and solid construction nevertheless provide great reliability. And according to the trailers, there are flintlock pistols in here, so I'm waiting to see a flintlock pistol because I have not beaten the second boss yet. I've gotten far enough in the game that I knew I wanted to record it, but I haven't played enough to, I haven't beaten the game, So now we're on to the arming sword, a well-balanced sword of tempered steel designed for slashing and thrusting attacks, both while mounted and on foot. Blades of this type are usually issued to knights and officers upon commission by their ruling authorities. So it's just a sword. The grasping ring is a painted white ring depicting two grasping hands. On the continents, a ring such as this would symbolize an unending desire, increased salt obtained from slain enemies, which is like Souls. No keys, no materials, no brands. So, well, yeah, this is all just tutorial, little instructions. So I'm gonna try to execute a parry on these guys. Come on. Nope, nope. Nope. Well, I'll figure it out. I was doing it before, and it's actually a pretty cool animation, so we shall see. So I just got the Sanctuary key. Let's read that. A simple key, it's attached to a leather fob with Find Sanctuary inscribed on the common tongue of Ascaria. So this is a sanctuary. This is like your bonfire. And you can claim it for your creed. So this is what the Iron One's sanctuary looks like. And interestingly enough, every different creed, every different covenant basically, gives you a specific unique healing item. So far I've only played the beginning 3, obviously, but the Iron Ones give you a roll, bread. The Devara covenant gives you basically holy water, and that's your healing item. And the 3, which is the prevalent religion of the land, gives you basically just an Estus. But it's interesting that they gave them all, different healing items. It makes it unique. And it is good to destroy stuff, but you can't roll into it like Dark Souls, because, you just walk past it, because it's 2D. But then you get gold and stuff, and gold is used to buy equipment instead of, salt is used for some things, but not everything. This is probably some. Yeah. Kill and sacrifice your weak. Okay. Abandon all hope. You see, these are player messages that were just left. I think I'm going to go for Dex on this playthrough. Because I go for strength a lot in, like, Dark Souls and things like that. Because I have a lot of fun playing around with big swords. Like, there's the Claymore. There's a Claymore that comes up that I found, and it's actually really awesome. But I think I'm going to go for Dex to try to challenge myself and to show something a little different. But the interesting thing is all 3 of those bodies hanging there are player characters. They're, generated every so often. And they're not ones that are playing right now, but they're ones that played recently. Because it's not synchronous. It's not like Dark Souls where they have synchronous, now just kill. They don't have synchronous multiplayer. The stuff that you see, because you can't interact with basically blood stains and all that. It's not someone who's playing now, it's someone who played, recent, and then they just kind of saved it. So it gives the same effect without a lot of the headaches that the simultaneous approach would provide. I took a lot of damage there that I shouldn't have, but I get the roll. And it's a gradual sort of thing, but not too gradual. And then there's this first really difficult enemy. I got bolts from him, and red shards, which are kind of like, what was it? The gems in Dark Souls 2. Life gems, there it is. Where they heal gradually over time. And, it's just a secondary health item, which is nice. But they do the same thing as Dark Souls, with all the shortcuts, because that's a shortcut to the beginning. And it gives you a way to get in here. And then there's a shortcut through this fortress where you basically just go up the ladder and you walk across there and then out the door. It's the same great level design that you see in Souls, which is nice. Come on, puppy. Come on, Poochie. And just like Souls, dogs are a headache in this game. Do I heal? Let's heal. because I'm actually pretty close to the next shrine. I can level up, so I think I'm gonna go back and level up and then come back. See, they changed. The first one was a thief, and now it's a paladin with red hair. So it's an interesting little game mechanic. So here we go, back to the Shivering Stone shrine. Or sanctuary, sorry. Shrine is a very different thing. So then we'll level up, and salt is the way you level up. So we level up. Bing! Now we're level 4, and we get what's called a Black Pearl. A Black Pearl goes into the Tree of Skill. The Tree of Skill is where you actually upgrade your stats and all that. You know, instead of directly upgrading your stats with the level, they did this, and it kind of gives you perks as well. You know, it'll give you, it'll unlock class 1 prayers. It'll make it so that you can wield class 1 hammers and axes. You know, they give special abilities. I like the dagger. I'm gonna see if I can find a dagger or buy one from a blacksmith, because there's a blacksmith coming up pretty quickly here. So hopefully I can buy one from him. I'm gonna go with daggers, because daggers are actually pretty cool. Let's see. And that's just kind of my stats. Oh! They actually even have the equip burden. I did not know that until now. That's actually really cool that they have the percentages. See, I'm new. I'm discovering all this stuff. Let's go with the Stone Merchant, and then Clerical will give me prayers, but I'm not really doing prayers, I think. Well, actually, let's look at my stats, see if prayers are close, because if prayers are close, I might... Magic is actually probably the closest, because then I can... And I think that magic actually goes better with a Bloodborne-esque playthrough, so I think I'm going to go with magic. But magic is severely OP, so I'm gonna keep the magic to a minimum. But we are going to summon the merchant, and this is how you get NPCs in your sanctuary. It's kind of cool. Buying or selling? Just here to talk? I ended up here when a merchant ship I was on wrecked somewhere in the Amarian Sea. Let's see what he's got. He's got red shards, a vial of incandescent red, the mending medicine whose formula is a closely guarded secret, to the 3. See, it's a smaller version of the healing potion that the 3 adherents use. Then we've got sold in black markets and back alleys by scrupulous merchants of the 3. Quaffit to restore some HP. A clay pot of Burian fire. The recipe for true Burian fire is a closely guarded secret. The stuff in this pot is probably just a close approximation to it. It's a fireball. Pitch fire, painted pot of the sticky black stuff. When lit, it burns with a hellish ferocity. Apply it to your weapon to add fire damage to your attacks. It's fire paper or charcoal pine resin. Shockstone, a rare and dangerous stone, mined in the mountains of Markdor. It pulses with electrical energy. Apply it to your weapon to add lightning damage to your attacks. Arrows, flame arrows, a wooden arrow designed for delivery of fire payloads. Fire arrows are crucial in taming the low swamps of Kadena. It can be fired from about bolts or from a crossbow. Flintlock shot, a small handful of lead balls and tiny pouch of flash powder. It can be fired from a flintlock. And then lightning flintlock powder. Torch, a hardwood branch wrapped one end with resin soaked cloth, provides illumination in dark areas for a limited time, but requires a free hand to hold it aloft, preventing the use of shields and limiting weapons to one-handed attacks until it's put away or burns out on its own. So you have a torch mechanic like they tried to do in Dark Souls 2. which is interesting because there are some areas that you do need it. And the fire effects are actually really cool if you haven't noticed, like the torches on the sides and all that, they're really cool. Pouch of salt, traveler's pouch, it contains salt. The worth of mankind is the salt on his brow, for it is the essence of his life. Malthus 4:17. So that's apparently their holy scriptures. Dragon's tooth, a pointed metal throwing blade, its handle is wrapped in pitch, fire, and flash powder. Ooh, wow, so it probably does explosive fire attack. That's kind of cool. Then Bell of Return is your homeward bone. A magical bell of faith and devotion. It symbolizes the call of the gods and spirits. Ring it to return to the sanctuary or shrine on you most recently visited. Antidote, Quaffit 2, cure poisoning, obviously. The bats. And you can sell items as well, which is interesting. The bats are the ones that... Bats are the ones that do poison damage. So it's useful against them, but I haven't actually used it because I haven't actually died from poison yet. But I'm sure that will change. So then we have a nice little shortcut right back up here. See, there's the poison, and it comes in a bar just like Souls. So yeah, it's an easy leap from Dark Souls to this. Pardon me, I'm gonna go this way first. Alright, now we're gonna do the cool one. Or not. There we go. Now we've got it. No, come back! I want to hit you. I just want to hit you with my sword, that's all. And granados are very useful against the next boss. Bandage ring. Left is death. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a cliff. But apparently people need to be told this. The cool thing about the whip is it's kind of a long-distance weapon. You know, you're actually hitting where that hit shows. Where the sword, you're hitting right in front of you. So it gives you a nice little, you know, it gives you some, ugh. Really? But we're coming up on the shrine, so it should be okay. Well, where'd the axe guy go? Hello. Ambush! Yeah, I got it, thanks. So this one, it's an area that you could use the torch. So I'll just show that off. See, look at the fire effect. Isn't that just super cool? I'm really excited about it. I really like it. Anyway, so this is a shrine. Basically, it's, you know, it's a checkpoint like the sanctuary, but you can't level up, you can't make offerings, you can't do all that. So it's very limited in its use, but it's nice to have a little checkpoint, especially right here, because coming up, run away! See this candelabra right there? That denotes a boss, and the number of candles lit, that's the difficulty of the boss. So this is a very easy boss, but obviously, because it's the first one. So before we go up, let's manage our inventory a little bit. I can't unequip that? I totally thought I could. Oh well. Oh, I can't because I'm on a ladder? Well, there it is. We're gonna put bread in the first, red shards in the second. We're gonna put the throwing daggers in the third, and the granado in the fourth. And here we go, it's the Sodden Knight. I love the music that they have for this game, it's really cool. You know, they did a really good job with it. Nope, God, dang it. Hold on. There you go. Ooh. Oh, I rolled the wrong way. And roll right into lightning. Oh well. Come on, buddy. Oh. Ooh. Wow, I'm really embarrassed with myself right now. I was doing so good earlier. Of course, not with the Hunter. I was actually using the Cleric, who has a dagger, and it has a really awesome moveset. Well, that was the wrong way. Alright. Official scumming! Oh man, I threw it the wrong way. Aggravating. No! Take it! Alright. And that's it. So for all that, I still got obliterated. The Sodden Knight has stolen 550 salt. Return to this location and slay your killer. A mysterious cleric revives you for 72 gold.